welcome back to ARC Southeast Texas. We're joined by Britni McPayne with Comeback Coolers to talk about what this organization is and how you can get involved in helping Hurricane Helene victims. So let's first talk about what Comeback Coolers is.
Yes, it is an organization that's a nonprofit that was started in Mississippi by our founder, Heather. She was affected by Hurricane Katrina, and her mom showed up one day with a cooler with some drinks in it, and she said it was the best thing that could give her some normalcy for a minute to know that it's going to be okay, you know. So she started it with the Denham Springs flood and started doing it there, and then it has just continued on since then to grow into something, you know, almost unbelievable.
How did you get involved with this?
So we Hurricane Harvey came here, or Tropical Storm Harvey, and they came over and brought coolers to our area, which we were fortunate and didn't flood, but I kept hearing about people talking about it afterwards. And then after that was Hurricane Florence in North Carolina, and people were wanting to pay it forward. And so I reached out to the company and was like, hey, you know, I have people in our area. What can we do? How can we help? And at the time they said, oh, it wasn't going to work out because of logistics. They couldn't get back to Texas. But then someone intercepted the message and said that they could meet us, halfway in Lafayette. So we brought 180 coolers within a week's time to them, and then that's how it started with Texas. So now we've been involved with several different disasters.
Yeah.
We've probably brought over 1,000 coolers to different victims just from Texas, teaming up with the Mississippi and now South Carolina and Florida crews. So.
And I kind of knew about it. Was it Hurricane Laura?
Yes, that we went to Lake Charles.
Right.
Yeah, we brought 400 coolers to Lake Charles just from Texas, and the Mississippi crew met us there, and we passed out all over the city there.
Okay, so what's the plan for right now? How people can get involved? What are y'all accepting?
So we're accepting coolers decorated with inspirational messages, any kind of drinks to put in them, kids' drinks, sports drinks, water. We get a lot of water, so you can, you know, we already have some water. Coca-Cola, that kind of soft drinks and stuff like that. And then baby wipes, so we put those in there too. And then we'll also put oranges, but we'll pick those up in Mississippi so that they don't ruin.
Right.
But we just fill all that and then send them over there, and we'll put them on a truck either Thursday or Friday this week and get them to Mississippi so that they can move them on to the affected areas.
We actually have one to show y'all, so we're gonna have Macy come over and bring it and show this comeback cooler that a victim in the other states will receive. So there's a logo. Oh, wait,
It's
opposite side logo on that
We
side.
have the logo there telling about the
There's
comeback
that.
coolers, and then one of the ladies from Vidor decorated this and a few others for us. But it's just a really good way to get people involved, kids involved.
Right.
The kids can do it. You know, we hand them over to people, and they get to keep the whole cooler, and they're just, you know, like so fortunate that they have something to put medication or a little bit of food if they don't have a refrigerator working, which is most cases at that time. And just for us to be able to talk to them and say, hey, look, we've been there. We know what you're going through. You know, we're praying for you, and you know, you'll get to the other side. To just not take a little bit.
So mostly in need of supplies.
Yes, absolutely. The coolers and supplies to go in them. It says noon tomorrow at my child care facility drop off, but I will accept donations all day tomorrow. I'm not going to turn them away. And then we'll get them over to Mississippi by the end of the week. And then the mission this weekend is looking like South Carolina, Georgia area, but they're still trying to nail down the logistics since it was such a widespread situation.
Okay. If there was one particular item that you feel is the most important when it comes to like what people can donate, what would you say it is?
I would say sodas. That way we can, well, and probably sports drinks. That way they have, you know, a couple options of something to hydrate, but also something that, you know, you're not going to go to the store and get when you're in need of everything else. So it's kind of like, hey, take your break. Here's your soda. You know, have one on us.
Any idea how many y'all are going to have to donate?
I would say I'm guessing around 150 to 200 this round. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes a little more. They just multiply. They start, you know, people just start pulling up and they multiply, and it's really neat to see so many people get involved, and there's good people in the world still, you know, and it's nice to see that. And for them over in all the other states to know that all the way over here in Texas, we're still thinking about them too.
Yeah, you know, they all in Southeast Texas, or when I was working in Southwest Louisiana, right after Hurricane Laura, those communities that really have been impacted are the first ones to really show up and show out
for
when
sure.
it comes to getting involved
Right.
and So I'm sure that's what they'll
Yeah.
do in this case. But we'll have all of the information that anyone who's wanting to donate supplies, anything that they need to know, we'll have that on our website,
Yes.
KFDM.com, fox4beaumont.com. And
And then we also have like Venmo, PayPal. We have a website you can go to. If you see my posts floating around, you can donate straight on Facebook. So there's also monetary options if you can't get to the store. And then I've also said, hey, do like a Walmart order and send it straight to the daycare if you can't get out and bring it to us. So
Okay.
there's multiple ways to do it, and we appreciate all the help and the support. You know, it
you
always-
have every option.
Yes, for sure. We try to make it easy. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
thank you for
and-
having us.
No problem. And stay tuned. This cooler's really big. Stay tuned for more ARC Southeast Texas after the break.